Chapter 2. The Ascended Masters. Healing comes only from that which leads the patient beyond himself and beyond his entanglements with ego. Carl Jung. We are the caretakers of Earth and have come here for experience that assist us to evolve. We originate from the Creator as a spark of light, and to this source we must return. Our incarnations in many areas of the vast universe assist us to grow. These incarnations provide us with a variety of adventures so we may taste what is offered in all realities, including the material world. Our ultimate goals, however, are to become masters of self and masters of matter, eventually returning to God. We advance when we act responsibly and when we learn service to others. Every deed and action we perform is monitored and recorded in our own Akashic records, the databanks that store all the forms of karma accrued on our journeys. Our progress is noted, and teachers are sent to us when we need guidance or answers to help us evolve. As we accomplish greater works, we inevitably are led to assuming more responsibilities, even throughout the galaxy, when we don the robes of other forms of existence. In the past, however, many generations of people were reluctant to evolve, acquire higher consciousness, and learn the lessons that come with higher truths. History reveals that Earth has gone through cycles called dark ages, when consciousness slipped into the abyss and evolution was stalled. When these periods were experienced, great masters were sent to Earth to show the way. These great ones were often called illumined ones. Today the common term is ascended masters. They are also referred to as the elect, a term used more than 2,500 times in the Bible. The Ascended Masters. Ascended Masters are highly evolved souls working for God who come to Earth to serve humanity. They are illumined beings of light who have incarnated on Earth not only for their own spiritual growth, but also in service to humanity. In the past, when they have come, each has left a legacy of accomplishments and contributions, documented in the annals of history. They brought knowledge and wisdom far ahead of the times. Some were prophets who could see into the future. Others incarnated into specific craft and skill areas and left artistic masterpieces and architectural structures that baffle even the most profound thinkers today. Still others were philosophers and poets who left their legacies on paper. In all cases they came to serve, to evolve, and to shed their light on the world. Yet in spite of their contributions, most were scorned and ridiculed by the masses for no reason except that they saw the world through different pairs of glasses. Humanity holds an unfortunate track record in terms of what unawakened souls did to these great ones, and for what reason. In most cases it was because these beings were different, possibly even eccentric. The title Dark Ages was earned. People resisted change and were generally very close-minded to new ideas. Anything outside of what would be termed a normal existence in the physical world was to be feared, scoffed at, and denied, causing problems for those trying to implement or teach the higher truths. Because this was so, many of these masters were forced into seclusion just to learn and teach. Not all chose to go into hiding, though. For those courageous enough to remain in public, the price was high, for many underwent tragic deaths. The most classic example of all is the death of Jesus, the Christ, which occurred as a result of the masses' misunderstanding of the higher truths he was presenting to humanity for only one purpose, that we might learn, practice, and become, so that our souls would be set free. Consequently, becoming a high initiate took great courage and faith. Many who made their way into history did so carrying heavy loads because of the commitments they made. Upon examining the lives of these great ones, one wonders how they endured, since their endings were so unfitting the dignity that they deserved. Witness only a few who serve as examples to illustrate this point. Pythagoras, the great philosopher who brought the world the higher concept of mathematics, sacred geometry, and the music of the spheres. He was murdered, his school was burned, along with many of his disciples. The disciples of 12 who surrounded Jesus, they departed this world in turmoil, for nearly all were attacked by the masses who could not see the gifts of the Spirit, nor hold these gifts in their consciousness. Joan of Arc, the victorious light, who challenged the politicians. She suffered the flames for the voices she heard and the higher truths she fought to instill in the world. Galileo, the famed astronomer and mathematician, who proved the Copernican theory, he was condemned by the masses during the Inquisition and forced to denounce his own discoveries to avoid being burned at the stake. John the Baptist, the messenger to the world, he met his fate for the truths he dared to speak. He was imprisoned and beheaded for his courage and fortitude. This was the fate of many of the elect in the past, yet today each is a hero, a heroine, or a legend. In some cases they are worshipped. A further description of who the Ascended Masters are is provided in the book entitled The Keys of Enoch by J. Hertock. He describes them as the masters who have served several incarnations in the lower heavens, teaching the cosmic law of the universe, and who have ascended back into the presence of the Father, from whence they receive new assignments to teach a wide variety of worlds because of their greater love. Mission of the Ascended Masters. These highly evolved beings have been monitoring the world and our progress from the beginning of time. They have assisted wherever humanity and earth needed it. They are masters of love and are sensitive to the changes that we are going through and how these changes affect our emotional bodies. Since our mental, emotional, and physical bodies must be integrated with our spiritual bodies, the masters move very carefully when guiding us, for they do not want to lose any soul in the process. They have incarnated numerous times on earth, each time leaving wisdom and knowledge to help us grow. Although we cannot see them with the physical eye when they are not in embodiment, we are always in their presence. We do not always know that they are with us, but they are. It has often been said by the Ascended Masters, if you only knew who walked beside you, you would never feel alone. When the Masters speak these words, they are referring to the presence of the illumined ones, who know our every thought, word, action, and deed. They include the essence of Jesus as well when they make this statement. Ascended Masters do not always have to incarnate physically to work with humanity, for there are many other ways in which they can assist us, such as through dreams and visions. Another way involves telepathic communication with individuals on Earth whose vibrational levels are high enough to receive the Master's transmissions. An individual may raise his or her vibrational frequency through dedication and service to the spiritual path. Often this takes several lifetimes and extreme discipline before one earns a higher vibrational status. Only a few have been known to do so in a short amount of time. To raise one's vibration to a frequency of love and light requires purification of body, mind, and spirit, and demands that the emotional and mental bodies be kept in check. A higher vibrational frequency for the individual is secured by unconditional love and acceptance for all and the feelings that come with this state of mind.